What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. In this video, we're gonna be talking about if you have a Taurus Rising. And now pause for the cause. If you've never heard about astrology, never really looked into researching it, knowing about yourself through spiritual knowledge, through self-knowledge, self-love. If you're just new to this journey, if you just subscribed to my channel, you just found this out, there's a couple videos I put in the description box first you gotta check out to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you looked at your birth chart, your natal chart, and you looked and you're a Taurus Rising, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's get it popping, shall we? Now, I have a video about the rising signs already. That's my first video, but for those that don't want to go over there and look at it, or is too busy to like research and all that, I'll just give y'all like a brief explanation of what the rising sign is. So now picture a house. I say this in a lot of my videos too. Picture a house. The rising sign is your appearance, your first appearance, and how you initially react to things when you're like brand new to a new situation, like how you present yourself basically. Rising sign to a house is the outside of the house. When you're driving by a house, first thing you see is the outside, the way the grass is cut, the color of the door, the flowers in the front, the presentation. That's the rising sign, your presentation, how you present yourself to the world. You open the door, you go in the living room. That's like the broad energy. That's like the general energy, the general feel of the house. That's your sun sign. Your soul, your general sign, that's your general energy. The bedroom, where it's more private, where only people that are close to you know, only people that are close to you go to, only people that you trust can go to, that's your moon sign. Moon sign is your emotions. So only people that really know you will know you through your moon sign, through your emotions, your relationships. You're gonna like open up yourself through your moon sign. That's where your moon sign comes out. Now remember, the top three things you gotta learn about yourself is your sun sign, general energy, moon sign, emotional energy, how you react to things emotionally, your inner self, and your rising sign, your outer self, kind of like the mask you put on when you're new to situations, when you first meet somebody, and the energy and the vibrations, the vibe that you give off when you're new to somebody, when somebody first met you. That's your rising sign. So it's important to understand all three of these within yourself, so you know your weaknesses, your strengths, so you know what you're good at, so you know what you could bring to the table, so you know where you could put yourself in situations that will be successful for you and your life. So astrology is about learning about yourself for you. Like, it's not for me, it's not for anybody else, it's for you and yourself. Understand that we have to learn about ourselves. There's so many distractions in this world that try to take us away from learning about ourselves. Media, entertainment, going to work, going to school, all these things distract us from us being in touch with ourselves. Plus they add all these like celebrities so that we can look up to other people, idolize other people, instead of like looking within ourselves and idolizing ourselves. So astrology helps you to learn about yourself, to love yourself, learn to meditate. Meditating is like being one with yourself, being present in the present moment, breathing, making sure that you know that you're alive and you are within yourself and you're here. So enough of all that spiritual talk at the moment. If you have a Taurus Rising, this video is for you. So before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Taurus Rising people look like in reality. So to start, we got Martin Luther King Jr., we got Mariah Carey, Halle Berry, we got Snoop Dogg, David Beckham, Serena Williams, Queen Latifah, Tinashe, Aaron Rodgers, and Wilt Chamberlain. So now boom, Taurus as your rising sign. Now remember, whatever your rising sign is, whatever planet that rules that sign is going to be your chart ruler. So now the planet that rules Taurus is Venus. Remember, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. I'm a Libra rising, so my chart ruler as well is Venus. So if you have Venus as your chart ruler, that means that everything you do in life, whatever you're attracted to, how you present yourself, is going to be through the lens of the Venus energy. Now, what is Venus energy? Venus is ruled by love and beauty, gracefulness, being pleasant, everything being like, it's all about pleasures, looking good, feeling good. Anything that looks good, that's beautiful, that's graceful, that's attractive, that's Venus. Think of the word Venus is like attractiveness, love, and beauty. So having Venus as your chart ruler If you're the type of person having Taurus rising, and Libra risings can relate to this to a certain extent. The only difference between Libra risings and Taurus risings, even though they're both ruled by Venus, Libra is an air sign, so they're more of an idealistic view of things. Taurus is an earth sign, so they're a more realistic view of things and practical view of things. And I'll talk about all that as the video goes on. But Taurus rising, ruled by Venus. Venus is your chart ruler. So you present yourself in a Venusian way, which is like, y'all the type that like to always have to be fly. You always have to look nice. You always take very close attention to how you present yourself when it comes to your dressing, your smell, the way your hair is. Everything about you has to look good. That's the Venus quality. So you're really attracted to things that look good, and you yourself like to look good and like to present yourself in a Venusian way. Probably people tell you that you're really charming. You have like a natural charm about y'all, Taurus risings and Libra risings, the Venus quality. So Venus is charming, so you're going to present yourself in a very charming way. You're really good at getting what you want through like how you can like woo people, woo others. Like you can basically like get what you want from like your charm and the way you present yourself. You're very pleasant. People like being around you. They can look at you and they're like attracted because you have all this like Venus energy just radiating out of you. That's your rising sign. So you could be like an Aries sun with a Taurus moon, right? And people, when you like present yourself, you will look very Venusian, very like graceful. You look very like pleasant, easygoing. You look very chill, because Taurus is like really slow and stable. So they look very calm, cool, collected. They look very chill. They do things and think things in a slower manner, like they're really practical. So Aries is very like doing things quick, fast, and like getting it done. Taurus will sit back and really think about every single step, be practical about it before they make an action. So you can have like a Taurus rising and you look like you're very pleasant, very stable, very down to earth, very slow to moving. But then when people start to get to know you and you had an Aries sun or something, they'll realize that you're actually not pleasant. I'm not saying not pleasant. You're actually not patient. You're actually not slow, but you're really like aggressive and you're really like fast moving and you're really like go getting like that. That's the Aries energy. So you present yourself in the Venusian way, the Taurus energy. When they get to know you a little bit, if you have an Aries sun, they'll be like, damn, this person's not slow. This person's actually really fast, very competitive. And if you get in a relationship with that person, or if your relationship get a little deeper, then your moon sign will come out. And then that's how the top three plays out. So boom, Taurus risings, the Taurus energy, every single sign has a phrase that describes their whole energy. Now the Taurus, the two words that describe them is I have. So what did this mean? Taurus, what they love in life and what they really desire and what they really work hard for is stability through having material things. So I'm not saying that they're all materialistic and all they care about is money and they don't have no substance to their life or they don't really care about anything else, but they place high importance on having material things, material things that mean something with value. So having valuable things that have value to it, and they keep that and they find their stability into having material things. So money is something that's very important to them, because money in this world that we live in, the way that money is so important, which in reality money is really nothing. It's just what we perceive it to be. But we're living in this world. We got born into this system kind of thing. So we have to like work and go get money and all that. So money is like a way of being stable in life. So they want to be stable in life. So to be stable, you have to have money. Having money means you don't have to worry about if something were to happen, you know you could pay for it. If you want something, you know you could get it. So they really work hard in order to have money to save it, to be stable. They're not the type to be out just buying things just to buy it because they want it and they like it. They think in a very practical manner. Taurus is very slow to thinking. So everything they do, they think about every single outcome. They're very practical. That's why it's very hard for them to do something when they don't want to do it. It's hard for them to move when you're telling them to move, because Taurus is the bull. Now remember the bull, and I have a video on the Taurus energy. If you want more information on it, I'll drop that in the description box. But the bull, this big animal that wants to do what they want to do, and they move. If they want to sit in one spot, they're going to sit in one spot. You want to push them and move them, they're not going to move. They do things through what they want to do, through their practical mind, and they take their time in making sure that their decision is going to help them become stable. Taurus is ruled by I have. So they place a lot of importance on value and material things. So now it doesn't only have to be material things, but the value is what's very important to them. So they place value in relationships. They're the type that really love having long relationships with somebody. It doesn't have to be dating. It could be like a friendship. You can know somebody for years and you look at that person kind of like they're your possession, but you're not controlling them. But you look at that person like, this friend I have is very valuable because we've been friends for years. So you're going to really want to like stay in communication with that person because that's your friend for a long time. You have a valuable connection, a valuable bond, and it's been going over for the years. So it's like it has substance and it has value to you, and that's what you look for. And everything you do is value. Y'all not the type just to date people. When you want to date somebody, you really like think back and you're very practical. It takes y'all a longer time to get in the relationship, but once you're in a relationship, because y'all stable, because you're a fixed sign, and fixed signs are the Tauruses, the Aquariuses, the Scorpios, and the Leos. All 4 of these signs, their energy is fixed. So that means that when they set their mind on something and they're sure about it, they're more liable to stay for the long haul. So they're very reliable and very committed to what they're committed to, which is why they take a long time to get. It takes them a long time to change their decisions or to change anything, to change their mind, to change their direction, to change their energy. They're very fixed and stable in their ways. Having a Taurus rising, change is something that's really hard for y'all because y'all really are stable in whatever you're doing. So what you're gonna need, and I'll probably make a series on the houses, but if you have a Taurus rising, that means Taurus is in your first house. The first house is about your presentation, how you present yourself, and it's about who you are, like who you feel like you are, like the I am. So first house is ruled by Aries. Remember, Aries is I am. So Taurus in your first house, I am a Taurus type person. So you present yourself as a Taurus type person. The opposite of the first house is the 7th house, which is 7th house represents relationships and partnerships, which is represented by the Libra energy, the scales, relationships, partnerships, balance. So having a Taurus rising, your 7th house, you're going to have Scorpio in your 7th house. So what y'all need to really try to like be more like Scorpios kind of thing. And Scorpios, they are also fixed, so they're very committed too, but they're not really like fixated on material things. They're more fixated on like emotional things or spiritual things or things that are not seen. They're more into like the energies and the feelings of things. So you should get with like Scorpio people because they will help you get out that comfort zone of always feeling safe with material things, having a lot of things around you and feeling like that's all you need, and I don't have to change anything because I'm good. I got money in the bank. I could chill in my house all day and do nothing. Or y'all kind of have a tendency to be lazy. Whenever you feel secure, you're like, all right, so I worked hard, I got my money, I'm safe now, I got all the things I need, a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes. Y'all probably have a lot of shoes. Like Taurus rising, y'all have a lot of something. Y'all hoard something, you collect something, like accumulate something. So it's a lot of shoes, a lot of clothes. Probably have like a birdhouse collection, anything collection. Like y'all have a lot of something. Depends on whatever you're into. So a Scorpio energy will get you out of that comfort zone of feeling safe and stable with material things, and they'll get you out of that comfort zone to get you into feeling stable, into having an emotional connection with somebody or spiritual connection with somebody. And that's what Scorpio energy will help y'all do. And that's in your 7th house. Whatever sign is in your first house, the opposite of that sign is in your 7th house of relationships. That's what y'all should really like try to get. That's what y'all need to learn from. Basically, we all have to learn from somebody. So learn from Scorpio energy. Scorpio energies are very like, they're not really stable, as in like they want to sit in the crib and do nothing, but they like to they do things through their emotions. They could change anytime they want to change. They're really transforming. They're not really like, they're really good at changing when they have to change. They could transform things. And Tauruses are the rock. They're really stable. They like to stay when they're comfortable. They like to do what they want and just stay in one spot. The Scorpio energy will help you get out of that. They'll help you get out your comfort zone, basically. So comfort zone is a big thing for y'all. Y'all need to work on trying to get out of your comfort zone and doing things that are different, that are new. I know it's hard for y'all because whenever y'all have your mindset on something or whatever method works for y'all like to stick with it, and it works. It's getting y'all money. Y'all being stable. You feel safe. that could be like more on the boring side. So you need somebody that like give you some life, or just give you something to like to change, because y'all don't like to change. Y'all are very fixed, very stubborn as well, which is the Taurus quality. They hate moving when people want them to move. They only move when they want to. They're probably really the type that will argue their views, and they'll be adamant about it, and you're not changing it. If they feel a certain way about something and you're telling them something different, they're not going to budge just because you're telling them something different. They're going to really like stay in their ways and be stuck in their ways. They want to present that their way is right, because they can be stubborn to changing. So like I said, the 7th house, Scorpio energy will get you out of that comfort zone and help you learn that, damn, I could be a little different a little bit. I could like be more transformative, basically. Instead of being the same, I could change a little more. One big thing that's always on the Taurus mind, the Taurus Rising's mind, is how to make money. Because like I said, they like to have material things to be stable. So you're always thinking about ways to make money, always thinking about ways to be more stable than you are now. You're very money oriented, very, very business oriented. And in the world we live in, that's not a bad thing at all, because we need money to survive in this world. The only thing is, you have to be careful, because you have a tendency to put more value on money and material things rather than relationships with people or people around you. So you have a tendency to put more value on material things than people. So understanding this, you have to really try to catch yourself when you see yourself being like, this is mine and it's mine, it's all mine, I have it, I don't care who touches it, it's all mine. Like, I don't want nobody to see it, I want nobody to touch it, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. You have to really be careful about doing things like that, because that's when you put more value on material things and you're not really putting more value on the emotional connections with people. And that's what Scorpio energy does, to get you to put value in the emotional connections instead of like the material connections. So everything y'all do, like I said, being ruled by Venus, very charming. Y'all fly as hell. That's why I fuck with y'all. Very fly as hell. Everything y'all wear has to have value to it. Like, y'all the type that would see a shirt, it would be the same 2 shirts, right? One shirt would be like, let's say $10. One shirt would be like $50, right? Instead of automatically just saying, I want the $10 shirt because it's cheaper, whatever, you actually like touch the $10 shirt, touch the $50 shirt, you'll peep all that, and you'll be like, the more valuable of these 2 shirts is the $50 one, so that's the one I'm gonna get. That's the one I want to represent myself with. That's the one I want to wear. That's the one that I put more value in. So you put value on expensive things so you can look nice, and when you look good, you feel good. That's the Venus quality in you. In return, people look at you and they're automatically attracted to that energy, to that Venus energy. Y'all really like into things. Y'all really into taking care of yourself. You might be the type to take like long ass showers because you love taking care of yourself. Like, really into making sure you present yourself in a Venusian way, very peace giving and peace loving. At the same time, our first impression, because it's an earth sign, earth signs are the ones to have that resting bitch face, the Capricorns, Tauruses, and Virgos. Because earth energy, the earth frequency doesn't move fast, it's stable. Air moves fast as hell, so like Geminis, Aquarius, and Libras will have like a more of an outgoing resting face. Taurus rising will have like a stable, I'm stable and secure in myself face, like I'm stable and secure with who I am kind of thing. And their physical appearance, the women could be like more of the curvier type. They're very attractive, so think somebody that's very attractive. The women will be more curvier. The men will be like, I haven't really seen like really skinny Taurus rising people. They'll be built like a bull kind of thing. I'm not saying they're all muscular and like husky, but they're gonna have like a rock, like a stable type body build. Like, it could be a little fat too, a little chubby, but they're not skinny at all. They're very like stable in the way that they present themselves, the way their body is shaped. And the women are gonna be more curvy, the Venusian, very, very attractive. Like Taurus rising and Libra rising people are very attractive. That's that Venus energy is coming out. So that's about it on the Taurus rising. Like I said, y'all popping as hell because y'all fly as hell. You know you like to get fresh, and I understand. Libra rising shit, I like to get fresh too. That's the Venus quality in you. Just work on putting more emphasis and putting more energy onto having relationships with people rather than having or feeling stable that you have material things and you're good. Because once the material things go away from you, when something gets taken away from you materially, that really affects y'all big time, like big time. When somebody takes something that's from you, that's material, that shit affects y'all big time. So like, Try to balance not putting so much emphasis on material things, even though I understand having nice shit. It just feels good knowing that you have a lot of nice shit, but put more emphasis on the relationships you have with people. And don't try to look at people like they're your possessions kind of thing. That's the Taurus energy. They can be possessive sometimes in relationships. Don't look at people like they're your possessions, and look at them for who they are kind of thing. But besides that, that's your Taurus Rising video. My next video is going to be on the Gemini Rising. So if you have subscribed to me, you already know, fuck with you heavy. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Drink your water, mind your business, and be safe. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie. I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.